Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's Wednesday night, time for a Facebook Live. I hope everyone has had a good day. It's been a good day here. Not quite as hot as it's been being, so that's nice. Because we have had I know everyone has had some pretty hot days. At least it seems like it. So let's see if I can get this going and we'll get started. I don't see, what's so weird, I don't see the icons on Facebook, but whatever, we're okay. I just won't be able to see if anybody's here today. I don't know why that's... Facebook's been goofy for the past couple of days, so I suppose that's normal. So we're going to use this. It's a quickie tonight, a quick class, quick cards. We're going to use Just My Type. This is on sale today at 15% off, and it's a good one. It has so many fun. I've got so many ideas, but I haven't played with it enough to share but one or two with you today. So you can have it say hello. What's cool about this when I was first looking at it was, I don't know how I can line that up, but you don't have to line it up. It's one long stamp. Let's see, I put it to the side because I wasn't going to use it. So I don't know where I put it, but it's one long stamp. It's got a little tiny paper clip and a flower. Thank you, for you, a rainbow. I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. Now, this also would work with that sentiment, sending you sunshine. I think that would work too. You hold the key to my heart, hi, and this little flowers, the typewriter, and a pot and a plant. Oh, and a little heart. So lots of little elements that you can do to dress up your card. Mix and match with other products, because look at this. Do you know that stamp set with the post mailbox? I'm thinking already, ooh, I can put that with the post box, the mailbox, and some little letters piled up. Letters to Santa Claus. How about that? So let's get started on our quick card, because it's our dinner time and I want to be able to have dinner before too late. Now, this is the Delightfully Eclectic paper, and I had been wanting to use the grid paper that looks like a spreadsheet or something like that. It's the back. It has these pretty flowers, and I do believe these match the punch with that other set that has the X's and O's. So if you got that paper, you could use that. And then we've used the alphabet letters before. I've almost used up all this paper, and I've almost used up the side on this side too, because I love this. So that's what we're going to use tonight, because I thought it kind of went together with the typewriter. Let's see if I can get that on the shelf. So I'll have some room on my desk. So I've pre-cut everything. We're going to make a side gatefold card. And this is the pretty peacock. And I'm going to layer the alphabet paper on yellow, lemon lolly. But then I was thinking it would look really pretty on bubble bath too. So if yellow is not your go-to color, I think that bubble bath goes well with pretty peacock. So I just pulled out a scrap of that because I could. There's some, I'm not traditionally a yellow person. I love the color yellow. I don't necessarily go for it. So we're just going to layer our designer series paper on here, and we'll get that done first before we do any stamping. I don't know what in the world Facebook's got going on today or for the past couple of days, because it was kind of goofy on Monday too. But that happens, so that technology always has issues. So if you want to do a side gatefold card like this, it's scored at 1.5 and 5 3/4, and then those will line up right there, and you'll still have your traditional size card to go in your envelope. I'm sorry, I really can't see comments or anything tonight. I'm not ignoring you, I just can't see them for some reason. But I'll check back later. And now we've got because this kind of had a pattern, I made sure that I was cutting these at the same time and lining it up. You'll want to do that also if your DSP has a specific pattern that needs to line up. If it's just random, then I wouldn't worry about that. So we're going to stamp our typewriter and Pretty Peacock. It's just a scrap here. I think it's going to be big enough for what we need. And I noticed that my Pretty Peacock is really juicy. So I'm going to just lightly tap it. I don't know how it got so juicy, because I don't recall doing that. Now we need our sheet of paper. We're going to do this stamp, the one with the folded down corner. And we'll do that in basic black memento. And I needed a bunch of thank you cards, so this is going to say thank you. You could put any small sentiment you want in there, except I wouldn't do cursive because typewriters don't do cursive, do they? So it needs to be something that looks similar to typewriting. And then we're going to do a little bubble bath heart right on top. It's just very subtle. This one does not have dies, so we have to fussy cut it, but it's really an easy one to cut. So some fairly straight edges. And not too much in the way of fussiness. And I'm not even going to try to get in those little corners because I don't think that'll work. Now because I'm using yellow, you know, we don't have yellow ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to make your yellow ribbon. Now that one wasn't too hard, was it? Boy, I think I can even salvage a little more out of that piece. Sometimes I'm super stingy with paper, and then other times I just don't let it bother me. We'll glue these two together. The paper coming out of our typewriter. And we can let that dry while we work on our next piece. Now I've got the focal panel that will go on our card. And this, I think, is 3 by 3.5. But depending on what your image is, that will change. So if you have a larger image with this gatefold or smaller, then you would just make the adjustments there. And each layer is just 1/8 of an inch, larger or smaller, depending on. Okay, so now I'm going to show you our ribbon. So I've already dyed some white ribbon with lemon lolly. And I let it dry because you want it to get good and dry, because it will get on your hands if you don't do that. Now you could use your hair dryer or your heat gun, but don't get too close with it because then the ribbon will melt. So we're just going to make some pink ribbon, just a sample. So any white ribbon that you own, you're just going to lay it on here and take one of your blocks. Make sure it's clean, because you don't want to get a different color ink on your ink pad. And just push, not real hard, and then just drag your ribbon. And now we have bubble bath ribbon. I'm going to move it over a little. You could also take your re-inker and put it in a pie plate or something with some water or rubbing alcohol, but this is so quick. I'll do it depending on if I'm doing a lot of dyeing ribbon. I'll make the decision on which way I want to do it. So now we have enough here to make a card. So now that will even out again, or you can just take your block and work the ink around. You might, if you do this a lot, you'll need to re-ink your pad, but it will be okay. And then you just wash your block off. So we'll put this away, because I don't think we need any more ink pads here. Now I'm going to put this to dry, and I'll make a bubble bath card later. So we're going to tie this lemon lolly ribbon around. You can do the same thing with baker's twine. If you have the white or the cream baker's twine, just dye it with your ink pad or your re-inkers. That way you have every color you need. Now see, I got a little bit on my fingers, but I should rub it on my blue jeans. That'll be all right. And we'll trim that off. Got a little on there too, but it's going to get covered up. Well, I think we'll bring this down a little bit. Probably need to bring it over a little bit. Do a little working on that. And now we're ready to put our thank you on there. We'll put that on with dimensionals. So back to dyeing ribbon. If you want to do a lot, like you're working on Christmas cards or something, it does work better to do the re-inker and some rubbing alcohol. Just put it in a pie plate or Tupperware and pile the ribbon in there and then lay it out to dry. And it will work just fine. Okay, now we're ready to put this together. And we'll put dimensionals on this side. Oh, this is such a nice quick card. I like it. Of course, I did have it all cut out ahead of time. That makes a difference, doesn't it? But once you know the measurements, you can kind of mass produce them and get several done at one time. You know, I don't really consider this a fancy fold, but it's a little different, and we all like something just a tad different once in a while. So now we'll open up this way. We have just a plain inside for our thank you message, and I had a scrap of the alphabet paper, so we'll put that at the bottom. This delightfully eclectic has been one of my favorite DSPs this time. Seems to have something for everyone. I have not used the little geese or swans yet, but I bet I can think of something soon. And now I realized I had not used the opaque ovals. I've used a few of them, but not many. So I thought, well, they're yellow. They'll work. So we'll put some ovals on our card. A large one and a small one. And then we'll put another one up here. And there's our card. That was pretty quick and easy, wasn't it? I really hope you will, consider Just My Type as a stamp set that you would enjoy having. How many of you have seen or are going to see Barbie? Or watching the Barbie Dream House on HGTV? So I decided I needed a Barbie card. So I did this with Flirty Flamingo. And the little heart has shimmer on it. And I think I'll do the You Hold the Key to My Heart on the inside. So in the Barbie Dream House, they were doing pink and teal. I could have picked the Tahitian tie, but I didn't do that for this one. So, two different, pretty simple, easy cards, but still kind of fun. So thanks for joining me, and I will be back Friday and Saturday. If you're not a member of Crazy Crafters, ask me to pop you in there. It's just a group. It's not private or anything. We want everybody that's interested in card making to join, but we do put you in. We have to put you in, so you can request, just message me that you want to be in Crazy Crafters, and I'll pop you in. Friday and Saturday, you can join in on Christmas in July. So otherwise, if you don't do that, I will be back sometime next week. Thanks for joining me tonight. Bye.